haven't we done wonderful works in your name? Wonderful works. Those are the works of self-righteousness. Those are the dead works of sacrificial law. That's what Paul's teaching about in all his epistles. That sacrificial law is finished, and that the Ten Commandments have been refreshed by the Messiah, that capital P prophet who Moses said would come, the Son of God, the only begotten Son of God, the firstborn of all creation, the firstborn of many sons, who finished sacrificial law, shed his blood for the sins of the world, that those that confess covenant, those that have been baptized in the waters of the Ten Commandments, those life-giving waters that rushed from the rock at Horeb, or gushed from the rock at Horeb. So Messiah says, if I, by the finger of God, 10 commandments written by the finger of God on tablets of stone, which should be written on your heart by now, if they were, you'd be keeping the 10 commandments. You certainly wouldn't be railing against a message to keep the 10 commandments. The Messiah is that prophet who Moses said would come, who the Messiah himself in John chapter 5 said, I know you, that you don't have the love of God in you. I come in my Father, YAHOVAH's name, and you receive me not. If another come in his own name, Jesus, him you will receive. So when Messiah says, depart from me, you workers of iniquity, I never knew you. Depart from me, you workers of lawlessness. He's saying that to those who've not entered into covenant to keep the 10 commandments. If you're not keeping and doing the 10 commandments, which means you must flee from idolatry, and that would be Christmas and Easter and calling hippie Christmas TV Jesus, Baal, God. That's idolatry, because the Son of God is not God. So you've been tricked into lawlessness and idolatry. We all were, by hippie Christmas TV Jesus, 45,000 apostate denominations, all on the broad road to destruction, none of which are teaching a true gospel. The true gospel is the refreshing of the Holy Covenant. That's what Paul teaches in Romans 10. How beautiful are the feet. How beautiful are the feet of them that preach the glad tidings, the good tidings of the refreshing of the Holy Covenant. Paul is quoting from Isaiah 52. Peter in Acts chapter 3 says, these are the times of refreshing. We are children of the prophets, the children of the prophets, and of the covenant. That's the covenant given at Horeb, ratified in stone by the finger of God. And Messiah says, if I, with the finger of God, cast out demons, if I, by the name of Beelzebub, cast out demons with the finger of God, who do your sons cast them out by? In other words, you can't cast out demons unless you do it with the finger of God. 10 commandments. The demons can't dwell in a vessel that's obedient to God. So, you've cast out demons, you think, in the name of Jesus, but that's the name of Beelzebub. Jeremiah 23, verse 27. Hosea chapter 2, verses 16 and 17. You got to get that name of Baal out of your mouth. It says in the Recognitions of Clement, chapter 50, that only in the last days will Satan have the power to cast out demons in the name of Beelzebub. And then it says in the Apocalypse of Elijah that in the last days the Antichrist is going to be able to do all the wonders and signs and miracles that the true Messiah, Yeshua, Messiah, his name is Joshua in English, will be able to do all the lying signs and wonders that the Messiah did and can do and has done. Wow. So he's going to have a chance to deceive the elect big time. Even the very elect, he could possibly deceive if it were possible to deceive them, but it's not possible to deceive them because they've had their senses exercised to discern between good and evil. And in the last days, the Antichrist will have all the abilities to deceive the very elect with lying signs and wonders, except he will not be able to raise the dead. So when a phony Antichrist Messiah comes, who can supposedly raise the dead or bring people back to life or mimic some type of pre-trib rapture, whatever these lying signs are going to bring, know that only Yeshua Messiah can raise the dead. And he has. He has raised the dead. Those that were formerly dead are now awakened to a lively hope. Obedient children, making their calling and election sure at straightasthegate.net. Go there for our nightly Bible studies and for our weekly Zoom call on Saturday, the 7th day. The day begins at dawn. The birds in the heavens know a day begins at dawn. Ask a child when a day begins. And you must be like a child to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Who are the children? Blessed are the peacemakers, preaching the refreshing of the Holy Covenant. For they shall be called the children of God.